What's up, guys? My name is Ron from Comics and Stuff, and for today's episode we have the Gargoyles Goliath. Now, I've had this laying around, I just never opened it. I'm a huge Gargoyles fan. In fact, I think my first or second video pertains to Gargoyles. So if you guys, it's still a good video, so if you guys want to see it, I'll leave a link up. But first, right off the bat, I love this picture. This was actually used in promotional art for the episodes back in the day, and I ripped it off of a magazine or a coloring book or something, and I taped it to the back of my notebook. So I customized my notebook to be a Gargoyles notebook. So automatically, this touches the nostalgic strings for me. So as you guys can see, got that beautiful picture, 10 out of 10. I don't even got to see the rest of the package. Gargoyles Goliath Ultimate Action Figure. As we go to the side, nice picture of Goliath Neca down there. Gargoyles. Going to the other side, Goliath again. Gargoyles Neca. Going to the top, right there, Gargoyles Goliath Ultimate Action Figure. And to the bottom, over here is the list of names, my personal heroes that made this possible. We also got a barcode, and it is a flip open, like it opens basically to reveal the goodies. As you guys can see, it shows the accessories, clear plastic cover right there showing it, and another picture of Goliath. But now that we did get into this awesome, beautiful, stupendous packaging, let's get into the figure. All right, and here we have Goliath outside of his package, guys, and I want to get into his height real quick. As you can see, stands at 7 1/4 ish. I say 1/4 ish because his height might be a little bit over that or a little under that, depending on how you angle these knees. Of course, they got to be slightly bent. That's how they depict it in the cartoon, and that's gonna make the figure hard to stand. So it's a good thing you have this tail acting like a counterbalance to it. So that's awesome. It's one of the accessories, but I don't count it as an accessory because it is part of the character. There is a swivel. There you go. And as you guys see, a hinge. It also has a bendy wire in it that reaches up to right about there. Is where the bendy wire ends. So you could get basically whatever pose you might want out of that tail. Let's just keep him straight right there. All right, but heading into the other real accessories, I'm gonna show you these two fisted hands, nicely textured. The claws are painted in a different color of purple, so that's freaking cool. There is very slight shading. I'm gonna be a bit biased with this figure, guys. I'm just giving you a heads up because of my personal attachment to Gargoyles. Over here we got like a holding the book kind of a hand. Same thing with the fisted hands. The claws are painted, nicely textured. But yeah, I got a little affinity to the Gargoyle, so I'm gonna be a little biased to this review. I mean, look at this. There's nothing to be biased about though, guys. I mean, look at that texture. Look at the claw marks. The Book of Spells, the Grimorum Arcanorum, if I remember it correctly, which I think I do. But it got a nice wash to it, bringing out the details to this. This is an accessory done well. Another accessory done well is this jalapeno. I mean, so small, but look at the detail on that stem. This is good, and the paint applied to it is very matte. It's a very matte to it. Like, it doesn't feel glossy or anything like that. What other accessory we got? The alternate head sculpt. Now, when gargoyles get mad, their pupils totally disappear, and I think they captured that look rather well. Look at those teeth, the fangs. There's a blue wash to the hair, nicely sculpted. And the hair itself, like, you know, Goliath's hair is kind of like a mullet, but kind of not. And I think they also captured that look rather well. All right, now again, this isn't really an accessory because it's supposed to be a part of the character, but I got some good, I like a lot about these wings, but there's something that I really hate, and that's this. I mean, they peg into the back, and there is a hinge in there, but as you can see, mine is broken already, so it doesn't have the same, I might have to glue that down. I might have to figure out what to do with that later. This is the one that actually works, and the one that actually works, it looks like it wants to also pop out of there, but hear that noise? Very stiff. Oh man. So I'm gonna keep him wingless for this review, guys. I will take pictures with the wings on, because when I did put them on him, they kind of flopped, and that was a big gripe of mine. I really don't like that, but I do like them. I mean, check out that texture. Looks fantastic. Looks fantastic. That blue kind of turquoise sheen to it looks great. There is a wash or something to bring out those bumps, those wrinkles, everything on the membrane of the wings. It makes it look like actual bat wings. It just sucks that when I put it on him, they kind of flop. And yeah, that does not look bad. You go, of course, move it, but you see, yeah, it's not gonna hold its own weight, which sucks. In fact, I'm gonna take him off. All right, guys, I'm gonna do the rest of the review with it wingless. Let's get into the figure itself. He looks great. I mean, he's not like the cartoon, he's not meant to look exactly like the cartoon. This just looks a bit more realistic, but it looks pretty dang good. I mean, you do not want to come up against this in a dark alley. He's perfectly big, perfectly muscular, little bit ripped. I mean, there is shading going along the muscle groups right there. Like I said, with the alternate head sculpt, there is a wash to the hair. The face sculpt to Goliath himself looks stern and everything like that. The hair is perfectly captured. I like how that peak looks. The skirt thing right here got a nice texture, got some holes to it. Looks like it's worn and tattered. The claw marks on the feet are painted. There is texture around the action figure itself. The gold buckle looks great. Not bad at all. And again, guys, I might be a little biased, but I still, if I try to push my biases aside, I still think it's a great action figure. Like how it looks, I think it captures Goliath's essence pretty dang good. So now that we went through the sculpt though, let's head into the articulation. He does come in a double ball peg up there. So that makes him look up like this. Down pretty good. He does got tilt in there. And of course you got rotation, which could be done thanks to his hair being a little bit pliable there. So that's appreciated. Shoulders go up like this. Do a full 360. There's a bicep cut. Double jointed elbows. That gets you about that high. About that much, I mean. Which isn't bad. There is a swivel and a hinge on his hands. Diaphragm joint that goes back that much, but it got scappage. So forward, pretty alright. Yeah, pretty good. You do also get a tad of lean, not too much. And of course, there is rotation. Leg split up that much, which isn't bad. Goes forward this much. Back pretty dang good. There is a thigh swivel. And looks like a single jointed knee there. So it gets you about that much. Ankles go forward, go back this much, forward this much. There is pivot to it, and the toe articulation goes back like this, which isn't much, but forward like this. So you get a little bit of range there. But yeah, what do I think about this figure? The best figure of all time. I'm like, Wow. For real, guys, I love this figure, but I'm a big Gargoyles fan. I want to know your thoughts on it, so let me know down below in the comments. But with that being said, let's head into some figure comparisons. Alright, and for our first comparison, we have him next to a couple of Marvel Legends. Right here, left side is Luis, and on the right side, we got Claire Temple from the Luke Cage 2-pack. Now, I chose these figures because he's gonna represent my Xanatos for the picks, and she's gonna represent my Elisa Maza, which is sorely needed. I also wanted to show you guys how cool the wings look, and surprisingly, the wing that gives me the most problem, like floppiness wise, is the wing that's not broken, so that's kind of weird. Anyway, let's head on to the next comparison. For our next comparison, we got him sized up to a couple of 7-inch figures from the McFarlane side. We got All Might right here on the right, and we got the White Knight Batman right here on the left. And I still think this scales rather well. I mean, he's still a little bigger than them. So let's head into the next comparison. And our next comparison is a couple of Joes from the Classified series, Lady J on the left and Duke on the right. And because of the nature of what Goliath is, you know, he's a gargoyle, I still think this scales rather well. But with that being said, let's head into our final comparison. Alright, and our final comparison is with the only other gargoyle that I like, my favorite gargoyle, Hudson right here. And this, I don't know from what line this is, guys, to tell you the truth. But I bought it a long time ago at the comic book shop, and my little nephew broke the legs right there. I've always told myself I'm gonna sculpt him new legs, and now that I got this Goliath, I might have to, but tell you the truth, I probably won't. I'm just gonna probably buy the new Hudson and unfortunately put this guy down. He had a good run. So in conclusion, honestly, I still think it's a great figure. There is an issue with the wings. It's a little floppy for my taste, especially the right one, but it's still well sculpted, well painted, well everything, and the whole figure in itself just looks beautiful. I mean, fantastic. But again, I'm super biased. I want to know your thoughts on it, so let me know down in the comments. If you liked the video, hit the like button and subscribe. I will leave links in the description down below in case you guys are interested. My name is Ron from Comics and Stuff, and I'll check you guys on the next episode. Peace.